Remember those old wives' tales your mom used to tell to scare you from ever doing it? Many examples are cracking your knuckles causes arthritis, eating chocolate causes you to break out, or the most infamous, kissing a frog gives you warts. Their intentions are always good, but unfortunately they are misguided. However, there are a few that, although may have seemed illogical then, now seem to speak some truth. For most of us here, at one point someone has told you, makeup causes you to age faster. The idea that the epidermis, the visible and the outermost layer of the skin, can be completely transformed is a difficult concept to grasp at first. However, the people that have ever put it on can say that there is a huge difference in having an eyeshadow shimmer on and not having one at all. Aging is a series of biological changes that follow a natural progression from birth to maturity to old age to death. So how can a makeup product help you relive your youth? Here's the catch, it can't. Although social media products promise to turn back the seeds of times for many individuals, no mascara or eyeliner can slow down the process of age your skin endures. Many experts say that cosmetics actually make the skin mature faster than it's supposed to. Our skin could be older than we are. Makeup can cause premature aging of the skin if people rely on it as a means for sun protection, says San Antonio dermatologist Vivian Bouquet, MD. Although makeup is a factor in how skin progresses, a person's sense of style can also advance an individual's appearance before their time. Life factors that can speed the pace of aging skin include smoking, use of tanning beds, drugs, and sun exposure, says Tamara Lyer, MD, chairwoman of the Department of the Dermatology of Cleveland Clinic, Florida. These unhealthy habits not only progress bad health, but also cause a type of skin cancer. Scientifically, aging is an extremely complex, multifactorial process, and numerous aging theories have been proposed. The most important of these are probably the genomic and free radical theories. Although it is abundantly clear that our genes influence aging and longevity, exactly how this takes place on a chemical level is only partially understood. So which biochemical is responsible for the aging process? Biochemistry is chemistry that deals with the chemical compounds and process occurring in organisms. In other words, the chemistry of life. A major part of the free radical theory involves the damaging roles of reactive oxygen species and various toxins in the mitochondria. These lead to numerous mitochondrial DNA mutations which result in a progressive reduction in energy output that is needed in body tissues. This can result in various signs of aging, such as loss of memory, hearing, vision, and stamina. Oxidative stress also inactivates crucial enzymes and other proteins. Aging is accompanied by some loss of tissue function, which is at least partially due to either the age-related loss of cells from the tissue or an increased proportion of dysfunctional cells. There are many theories that are in aging, from evolutionary, oxidation, and free radical theory. This search for eternal youth and a fountain of youth is a frequent fixture of various myths and legends from around the world. In 5th century BC, when the Greek historian Herodotus wrote a fountain in the land of the Macrobians, which gave the people of the region exceptionally long lifespans. In the 3rd century AD, Alexander the Great was said to have searched for a fountain of youth, allegedly crossing a mythical land covered in an eternal night called the Land of Darkness to reach it. The legendary Christian patriarch and king Prester John allegedly ruled over a land containing a similar fountain during the early Crusades during the 11th and 12th century AD. In Japan, stories of hot springs that can heal wounds and restore youth were also common and still are to this day. That brings me to the 5th century theory that changed the concept of the century, the Ponce de Leon's infamous Fountain of Youth. Although we didn't learn too much of him in AP Euro, the quest for a way to remain young forever has consumed mankind, and throughout history, across a wide range of cultures, there has been a strong belief in lost magical springs, which is a purported ability to restore youth, to stop aging, indeed the staunch of inexorable march of death. During this era of exploration of the New World, it was indeed the Spanish who took a particular interest in such a mystical spring after hearing widespread talk of the Benimi and fountains of their storage water and their Arawaks in Espanola. Florida was a land of many natural springs, and it was thought that one of these was the mystical fountain of the youth of local legend. On April 2nd, 1513, Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon and his crest became the first recorded Europeans to set eyes on Florida. Legend holds that they made this discovery while searching for the Fountain of Youth, a magical water source supposedly capable of reversing the aging process and curing sickness. To this day, there is a spring said to be the actual one that Ponce de Leon was searching for in St. Augustine, Florida, which is said to be the oldest city in the U.S. The Fountain of Youth Archaeological Park in St. Augustine has become a popular tourist destination where visitors can drink cups of water from the fabled spring. Even though the spring was never found, the myth is still out there, and hope is still strong for some believers. Aging is a series of biological changes that follow a natural progression from birth to maturity to old age to death. Trying to escape death is trying to escape the inevitable. All we can do is try to maintain a healthy lifestyle and live life to its fullest.